Welcome back to Welding with Grandad. I just thought I'd show you this screen because this is what I see when I log on to my studio or whatever you call it. See that one there, oxy-acetylene, the first one, 1,000 views, it's 1,200 views, and that one is 268. That's the one I've just put up. And they're the amount of subscribers. You hear me begging for subscribers. It was 342 yesterday, but for some reason, 2 people have signed off. But anyway, I digress. The reason we're doing this is because I've started doing some gas welding videos, and I thought people weren't interested in that. But since Nanny Welders perfected the photographing of the fusion, the onion, we're getting views like that. 13. That's just gone up from 1,200 to 1,300 while I'm talking to you now. So, she asked the question this morning, are there many videos on gas welding? And the answer is no. But I was trained by BOC from 15 onwards. Then I worked for BOC as a welding instructor. So, I'm not saying we did it right, but the lighting up and closing down procedure is very, very important because you get flame snap outs, backfires, sustained backfires, flashbacks. And if you want, we can discuss that later in other videos. But it's the lighting up and closing down procedure that's really, really important. Now, watch one bloke this morning, 1.2 million views he's had. He was putting 10 psi. Well, welding is gas welding or oxy-acetylene welding is an equal pressure process. Now, I can, if you want, show you the way I was taught and the way it's foolproof. These things here are liars. That's quite old, that, so it's got to be a liar. This one's quite new. I couldn't get a 3.5 bar, so I got that from Brundle's, the Stockhold. £15 that was, they're £100 at least, but that's a good one. I think it's an old Murex casting from that. But anyway, I digress again. So, if people want to see the correct lighting up and closing down procedure, I'll do a 15-minute or 20-minute video. Now, the problem is, if it's not a short, i.e. 3 minutes, nobody watches it. So I'm going to publish this now. I won't have to do any editing, but I'm going to run through the correct lighting up procedure for oxy-acetylene because there's a few thousand people have watched what I do because we got the filming correct. So I'll do that, so will you keep an eye out for it? So, end of message, happy welding, stay safe.